I've never found anyone to replace you.
Mr. Green, we are terminating your membership of this bar.
God! Oh, God. I hope that wasn't Mrs. Clinton.
You are not a part of the we in this house. You are and always will be an it.
He tried to burn down our local high school when he was 13.
God, and you were the good one in the family.
I got up to a bit of mischief myself. I'm prepared to try and secure you a seat as an independent senator.
What's the catch?
You get out of Wendy's in my life. This is insane.
You can keep the ring, by the way. It only cost me $9 at the Pato Market.
This is unconscionable behaviour!
The room always just felt lighter when she entered. She has this inner beauty.
I'm putting my name down for the Senate.
Cleaver Green, nothing to say.
Cleaver Green.
To RN Breakfast, Fran Kelly with you. Well, with the federal election looming, the polls have been all the government's way for weeks now, predicting a sizable majority in the House of Reps. But in the Senate, as always, it's a different story. Again, it looks like this next parliamentary term will see the government's legislative program heavily dependent on crossbench support. Joining me now is perhaps one of the most unlikely of those Senate candidates, though, as I say, anything is possible. Cleaver Green is a former criminal barrister, and he joins me in the breakfast studio. Cleaver Green, welcome to RN Breakfast.
Lovely to be here, Fran.
Is it true that your run for the Senate is simply an attempt to derail your sister Jane's bid for the 4th National Party's Senate seat in New South Wales?
Yes, pretty much.
So you're running for the Senate out of spite?
That's certainly the way that it started, yes, Fran. Absolutely pure spite. I think many of your listeners who've suffered at the hands of a domineering elder sibling will understand and be appreciative of the fact that, somebody's finally standing up and saying enough's enough. Let's give the little guy a go.
As a result of that comment, you now have 137,000 followers on your Twitter account. Cleaver Believers, they're calling themselves.
Well, look, Fran, in essence, I'm a fairly humble sort of an individual, but people do seem to be very keen to hear what I don't have to say.
But what you are speaking about when you do speak is just a litany of bizarre personal grievances, isn't it? The culling of ibises in city parks, imposing fines on people for using air quotes or using the word correct.
Well, Fran, look, yes, they are grievances, but with all due respect, they're not petty. The capacity for an ibis to completely disrupt a family gathering in any park in the CBD is significant, if not grave. And that is a funny-looking bird and on a personal level, I don't trust them.
But while you're going on about ibises, what about the big policies that really matter? What about pensions, superannuation? What about health, education?
Well, health is an issue that I take very seriously.
So you'll be asking the federal government to spend more on healthcare and medical research?
No. On the contrary, I think that we need a dramatic cut to the healthcare budget. We're all living far too long as it is, Fran. 210, the Bible tells us.
3
And 10. Exactly. Look, Fran, if you think about it, our greatest economic challenge is an ageing population. It's a terrible burden on young families, on hospitals, and on society in general. So we need to die younger. As a nation, we quite simply can't afford to fund Viagra for 115-year-old pensioners, so we cut back on spending in health and medical research, and our budgetary situation will start to blossom because we'll finally be dying at precisely the time that the good Lord wanted us to, if not a little earlier, if we're lucky.
Has this country gone completely insane?
No, translate into non-binary, please.
As a result of that horseshit you just sprayed across our great nation, you now have 30,000 new Cleaver Believers. I guarantee you by the weekend you'll have over 200,000 supporters.
200,000 lunatics.
200,000 lunatics who are registered to vote, and that is all that we need.
How can that be all we need in a state of over 8 million people?
Oh, because, sweetheart, that's where I come in. I'd take your 200,000. I do a few preference deals with some politically aligned candidates. I get 80,000 here. I get 40,000 there. I make a couple of calls. I take a few meetings. And bada bing, bada boom. You're over $500,000. Senator.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Isn't it?
I thought they'd stop this preference shit.
It's politics. There's always a deal on the table.
No, there's no way I could swap preferences with a Green.
No, he's not green.
No, far from it.
No, his name is Green.
They're green with an E.
All right. You're a civil libertarian, Mr. Green.
100% Vaughan.
Let me show you something. The government's slowly but surely whittling away all our personal freedoms.
Oh, mate, I couldn't agree more. It's an outrage.
You've got that right, Mr. Green. Meet my girls. They're things of beauty, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
See, I go out to the range most days, very early, and I warm them up.
Do you?
And then... Bam! 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 This one is so fast. She responds so quick. I only have to touch her and she's off. In fact, I think she knows when I'm about to touch her. Here, you take her.
Oh, well, mate, I don't want her to get the wrong idea. You know, a stranger touching her.
Looks nice.
Does it?
Beautiful.
Bam, 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 bam.
I think there should be more fucking in the world.
Beg your pardon?
I'm talking about sex. I think the world would be a better place if there was more of it.
I cannot tell you how strongly I agree with you.
So, if you back my call for the legalisation of polygamy, I'd be happy to do a preference deal.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
You know, I have 4 sisters. If we got this bill through, you could marry us all. Think about it.
I am.
I've always voted Green in the past.
Now, I think you may have the wrong end of the stick there a little bit, Ellie, because I'm not...
You're not...
Cleaver's not unaware of your position on green issues.
I just think the Greens have been ineffective and so much more could have been done.
Couldn't
That
they?
is, that is exactly what you were saying in the car
Pretty
this
much
morning.
word for word.
Wow. Cool. I mean, meat is murder, right?
Meat is murder.
Milk is a product of rape.
Milk is. It's... What are they doing in those milking sheds? They should leave those animals alone. The fiddling, their cows... Can't say no.
Never a true word was spoken.
Twice a day.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you, Ellie. Thank you. Yeah.
See you soon.
Yes, I hope so.
Bye.
Well, that gives you faith in our political process, doesn't it?
She should swing it.
She should swing it?
Uh-huh.
Are you serious?
Yep.
The woman who believes that milking cows is an act of violent
Just make a
sexual
couple of
abuse is
calls
going to
just
swing it.
in case. Just in
Believe
case.
it? I thought the bar was insane.
Oh, come on, Cleve. It's a vibrant, living democracy. Oh, talking about living, here is where you could be living. A friend of mine, a senator, he's not running again. Needs someone to take over his sweets.
Not bad.
Not
What
bad.
suburb?
What are you talking about? What suburb? It's in Canberra.
Canberra?
Yeah, yes, that is where the parliament
know.
is, you moron. Were you home sick from school that day?
No. I'm not moving to I can't move to Canberra. I assumed I'd be flying in and flying out.
Well, if you think that's an appropriate use of your travel allowance, fine.
Would you honestly go to these lengths to get me out of Wendy's life?
Cleaver.
It's pretty amazing.
If I could have figured out the perfect murder, you'd be dead by now. And I came really close twice.
Creepy.
Right now, this is my best option.
Yeah. So failed murderers become political consultants.
It's a natural career, but it's like failed barristers becoming senators.
You know, I'm actually starting to think you're a witch.
Maybe,
You're
but
a
you know
witch.
what? My 2 redeeming features are my total adoration to Wendy and my complete
I
dedication
adore
to
Wendy.
her happiness.
I'm dedicated to her.
Oh, really? When was the last time you actually made her happy? More importantly, do you really think that you can make her happy in the future? You've
Yes.
got no money, you've got no career, you've
I'll
got
have
no
money.
prospects without my help. You know what, Cleve? I make over $1 million in a bad year.
It's not about the money.
Yeah, it is.
Wendy's
a little,
not that
you know it is.
fatuous.
Here's the thing. You want her to make you happy. I want her to make her happy. And I can do that. You can't. Anyway, You've got your thing.
What thing?
With your little friend in the balloon.
Is that... oh, shit. Is that... Hey, and I want to make her... I want her to make her happy as well. As everything else.
Did you hear me on the radio with Fran Kelly this morning?
Caught a bit.
Pretty funny.
Yep. Let's all die younger. Had me rolling, mate.
Oh, what's with all the hate?
I'm just over it, the whole thing, mate. I want out.
Yeah, well, let me do the talking today, all right?
It's not just this bullshit. It's everything. I've decided to sell the house. Pay these bastards what they want. Whatever happens, we can't stay there. There's not a corner of that place that Scarlett doesn't inhabit.
Well, it's probably for the best, mate.
It's not just the house. It's actually Sydney. It's the nation. You know, I've been thinking... Remember you told me that you and Wendy were joking about moving to Sardinia?
Vaguely. Actually, I think she's quite into it. She keeps watching all these docos.
Well, I've done my own little research and it actually looks really bloody beautiful.
But Sardinia is what Wendy and I were thinking of.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen.
Well, Sardinia is not your dream Mediterranean escape destination. It's my dream Mediterranean escape destination.
It doesn't mean you own the place,
You'll be wanting
mate.
to open a fucking English language bookshop there in a minute.
So, when the second coming's happened and you and Wendy
Copycat.
ride hand in hand having won the lotto, we'll happily show you our new home in Sardinia.
Mate, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with you invading my space.
We've come to a final determination in the terms of costs of rescuing you, Mr. Mayor.
Just to reiterate, there was no rescue, remember. He actually put himself down on a beach.
Mr. Green, we've been through this. Now, we were willing to sit down here and try and find a mutually satisfying conclusion. But both you and Mr. Maher have been, in my opinion, aggressively unwilling to compromise. Therefore, what is this?
Just have a little look at that for a second. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I'm currently running for the Senate, and those are my numbers. That's how we're trending at the moment. The other thing you should probably know is that Jack Claymore is running my campaign. Yes, Black Jack Claymore. So, look, guys, in a nutshell, I'm going to be a senator in a few weeks' time, and certain senior bureaucrats will be appearing before me at estimates hearings. And I'm thinking that those senior bureaucrats probably won't want to end up dispensing bedpans in Nauru. I could be wrong.
Check for $100,000 for our inconvenience. Not a bad
How good was
result.
I?
It was exceptional.
So that's 50 each. Holy shit.
Checks made out to me. You weren't technically a party to these
yeah,
proceedings.
good one, mate.
remember?
You're an old tricker.
No, I'm not tricking.
You're not
Clay,
serious?
I'm serious. I've spent 60 on this already.
Mate.
I'll give you 5.
5?
Five.
It's 5?
Five.
After
Yeah,
everything...
for the last time, Cleve, I was the one in the fucking
Oh,
balloon.
yeah, I was the one in the fucking balloon.
See you in Sardinia.
Labour is not the way to go in this state. The Labour Party's lost its way and is bereft, with factional hacks controlling its every move. And so I announce my resignation from the Australian Labour Party. And further announce I'm joining the Greens, whose membership have asked me to run for a seat in the Senate. I'm honoured by this request and will campaign with all my might and vigour, because in my heart of hearts I've always been a Green. Being a Green doesn't just mean that you stand for the environment. It also means you stand for equality, empathy, equity. We're the Greens with more ease.
Yes, we've just heard he's running. Yes, she's seen the numbers too. Yes, but if we just spent more on the Central Coast, then maybe... No? Okay, fine. Well, there's no need for that. Language, please, really?
How's my little Venus going? Lil,
Fuck off.
if you wouldn't mind, dear.
Bloody David Potter. I had a chance. I
I know, but you just got to remember one thing, my love.
What's that?
He's just David Potter. I'm Cal McGregor.
Jesus. Say it again.
I'm Cal McGregor. And I will get you elected.
I mean, that's disgusting.
Isn't it? How'd you cut the tribunal?
Oh, incredible. Genius.
Really?
Genius. They gave us 100 grand. Barnyard has stolen most of it, of course, because he thinks that's fair. But, you know... Oh, my God. We could zip out and have a little celebrate.
No, we couldn't. Jack's taking me to a concert.
Oh. What, is KD Lang in town or so? Melissa Etheridge?
You know what? I've never seen you so scared by anyone that I've been with.
I'm not scared of it. I think it is scared of me, actually. That's why it is running my campaign, so it can get me out of here.
Because she loves me.
That's not love. That is deranged.
Yeah. You know, speaking of deranged, I heard you on the radio this morning with Fran.
What? Pretty funny, don't you think?
Cleve, you know, I used to love the way that you wrecked dinner parties when we were at uni, when you had an actual fire in
Still
your
wreck
belly,
dinner
when you were
parties.
young and you were rude and you had things to say. But you know what, now it just seems like you're kind of generally annoyed all the time, just sort of shitty. You couldn't abide politicians because they had no skin in the game. David has got skin in the game.
David? Who's David?
David Potter. He's running for the Greens. It's all over the net. It's a huge story.
What are you talking... David Potter? He's up on bloody murder charges a
And
couple
you
of
got him
minutes
off.
ago.
That's why it's a huge story.
Is there nothing of mine he doesn't cover? Have you noticed this? Honestly, every time I do anything, he's right up my clacker. He's copying my life.
Right, okay. Well, I'm going to vote for him, so...
We all share this common link. We all inhabit this small planet. We all breathe the same air. We all...
What? Quoting Kennedy? Seriously? He steals from dead men. I mean, I feel sorry for him.
It's an election, Cleaver. It's actually very important. I'm not going to vote for someone I can't take seriously.
But you can't take me seriously.
No, I can't. Because you don't take yourself seriously.
I take
No,
myself...
when we were married, you used to come home at 5 o'clock in the morning, fucking high as a kite, laughing your tits off, calling yourself Penis Pan.
Penis Pan?
Yeah.
I thought I was El Fucko.
No, Penis Pan was your nickname for yourself.
Rubbish.
And you know, I'm not voting for El Fucko or Penis Pan.
Penis Pan?
So, from a weather point of view, one of the wackiest candidates in our upcoming federal election is recently disbarred Sydney barrister Cleaver Green. His policy on air quotes is, in my opinion, out of this world. So, Cleaver, you've clearly amused and enchanted the electorate, but what is your comedic position on climate change?
Well, I don't have a comedic position on climate change, Jeffrey. It's something I take very seriously. It's a moral imperative. And look, it goes beyond climate change. It really goes to how we change and adapt as a species. Essentially, if we drank less, if we smoked less, if we consumed less, we would not only be healthier, but we would be richer as a community and as a planet. You know, there's only so much the incredible healthcare workers in our midst can do, and the rest of it is largely over to us, to change our lifestyles in order to promote reform. This has been a cause of mine for a great many years, and it's the bedrock of my campaign.
Serious? So that's what you've got to say? Because all the other things that I've heard you say...
That's exactly what I have to say. It's something I take very seriously. very, very seriously.
Jesus Christ!
What? What is it?
I mean, serious health and economic reform. Really?
Yes.
Drink less. Consume less. This is Australia, you
I am
idiot!
saying what I mean. I'm saying what I
You
believe.
mean nothing. Do you not understand? You have just taken an enormous crap in your own bath. Your whole dipshit differentiation has gone completely out the window.
I'm more than dipshit,
Oh, in what strange
lady.
planetary alignment would that actually be?
In the
Cleaver?
fuck you planetary alignment, Jack.
Fuck you!
Fuck you.
You have blown it. All I asked for was for you to shut up. You know, just shut up. Instead, now you sound like every other left-wing politician and your numbers have tanked.
Numbers.
I asked you for nothing, Cleaver.
Oh, okay.
Nothing,
All
and
right,
you couldn't even
all
give
right,
me that.
all right. Do you know what? It's over. Forget it. It's off. The deal's done. We're through.
What do you mean the deal's off?
It was a stupid idea in the first place. You just beguiled me. In the same way as you beguiled Wendy, because you're a witch. You're a witch.
You listen to me, Cleaver. We had a deal. Now, I didn't promise to get you elected. I promised to work very hard
so
and
Witchy
try to
Poo's
get you
doing a
elected,
little
which I have
adjusty poo,
absolutely
is she?
done. So now it is time for you to bugger off out of Wendy's life and let her be happy with me.
Well, it's interesting because I don't seem to have a contract anywhere. I don't even have a deal memo. which must be pretty unusual in your line of work, Jack.
You are the most dishonourable piece of shit.
Says the woman
I've
who
ever
has
met.
4 times had a pedophile elected to the US Congress.
Says the man who got a brother rapist acquitted.
Oh my God,
Oh, this is very disturbing.
they're the same person. Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Hey, what's up?
Just wanted to let you know that I'm out of the campaign. Okay, I'm going to take our lives seriously.
Whoa, hang on. What do you mean by our lives?
I mean, what matters to me is my family, my friends, my loved ones. And I want to open that little bookshop with you in Sardinia. Okay, that's what you want, isn't it? That's the thing.
Right. So all that concerns you is your family and your loved ones.
Yes.
Okay. How was Nicole when you spoke to her?
Nicole.
Yeah, you have spoken to her, haven't you?
Nicole, why
Is
are
she
we...
feeling any better? Because I did tell you that she was sounding alarmingly depressed. I'm actually very worried about her.
Well, yes, his name
is Bevan, Cleaver. It is Bevan. You haven't spoken to her. You know, if you could give me just an inkling that you gave a fuck about anybody but yourself, this is a completely pointless conversation.
It's not a pointless conversation, okay? It's a good conversation, and you're right, okay? She is a devoted and loyal friend, and I am onto it, Doc, okay? Look, I'm here to help out, okay? Will you at least get up off the fucking bed?
No, Bevan's right. I am a bad person.
Yes, you're not great, but you got your whole life ahead of you, all right? You can get your shit together, hopefully.
Because I always thought that you were the root of everything rotten in my life, that somehow you infected everything, but it is me. It is all me.
I'm sorry, you thought I was the root of everything rotten in your life? I tell you who the root is. The root has probably got her ear fixed to the other side of this door, and her name is Maria.
You disgust I can't even bear looking at your face.
Sorry, what is it you can't face, Maria?
What's this stuff?
I'm really trying to help out here. I know it might seem it, but I am. Just tell me, what can I do?
I don't know.
Well, what do you want?
I just told you that I don't know.
Okay, but there must be something. What do you...
I saw the full footage of Barney on Australian Story, and he did say some very beautiful things about me.
Yeah, he told you at the time he said beautiful things about you.
Yeah, I know that. I didn't believe him.
Well, why didn't you believe him?
Well, because I thought that he was still deep down in love with Scarlett, and that he was really with me because of her being with you. And I don't even know why that surprises me. I mean, even Harry fucking Sorry David was with Missy and Scarlett. I mean, the world is just one big sexual revolving door.
Look, you just feel like you fucked things up with Barney.
Oh, I just told you that, weren't you even listening to me?
God damn it. Okay. Because I know for a fact that he misses you. And he would love to see you.
Well, how do you know that?
Because I know things.
Thanks. Thanks for your help. Take care. Aren't you going to say, get in the car? You really are trapped in the 80s, aren't you, Carl? I understand. That was your era. That was your decade, your time to shine. My question is, what are you going to do if I don't get in the car? So how about you get out of the car? Or you piss off?
Get in the car.
Get out of the car.
Get in the car.
Get out of the car.
Get in the car.
Get out of the car.
Davey, this is serious.
Yeah, right.
It's about preferences. Get in the fucking car.
Sangers, my shout. Chicken or pulled pork?
You talking about the sandwiches or us?
Huh? Come on. Lucky Dip.
Had lunch hours ago. What time zone are you living in?
Listen, Barnyard.
No, Cleve, we've never really talked about Scarlett. We have wept, we have drunk, but we've never really had a sensible conversation about it. Not since she died.
Oh, mate, you can't, honestly, you can't get it. Honestly, she was Scarlett, right? She was brilliant, beautiful, flighty, pain in the ass, adorable. Scarlett. Miss her. Think about her all the time. Best thing you can do
Is to be happy. I know,
Yes.
especially for our kids.
Yes. Just find the happy, mate. It's gone in the twinkling of an eye. Just find the happy.
So where do I go to find this happy, Cleve?
Oh, you're barking at the wrong person here, mate.
Really?
What I do know, though, Barnyard, is that there's somebody else at the moment who's pretty busted and needs to find the happy. Just putting it out there. Huh? Thank you very much.
Mr. Green, how are you?
Mr. Poulos, very well. How's Mrs. Poulos with the death of Mrs. Clinton? Is she all right?
Mrs. Clinton's death has left us with a grief that cannot die.
I'm sorry.
But I do have some good news. Our grandson is marrying.
Oh, sinceritidia.
Thank you. But my wife is very keen to have him and his bride live close. So I've been letting the neighbors know that if anyone is considering selling, I would make a very attractive offer.
Really? Mr. Poulos.
Not one fucking word, bitch!
I'm so sorry.
So am I.
What the hell is wrong with you, Cleaver?
What's going on?
She could have broken her ankle or worse.
And you were laughing at her. She needed an ambulance and you just walked away laughing.
Ambulance?
Are you back on coke again?
Not judging me.
Has everybody gone insane? I'm back on coke.
Everybody,
What do you-
calm down, please.
It was perfectly erect the last time I saw it.
It is absolutely fine. It is not broken. It's a very, very bad sprain, but I really don't want to make a big deal about it, Wendy.
Are you out of your freaking minds? Are you buying this bullshit?
Well-
Honestly, do you seriously believe that in the last 2 hours since I saw it, it sprained its ankle and what? The ambulance came and collected it and took it to outpatients and put it in the queue ahead of all the other outpatients and got it mended and brought it back here again? Have any of you had any experience with the New South Wales healthcare system recently? It doesn't really work like that.
You're really making a fool of yourself.
She's making morons out of all of you. And meanwhile, I've been charged with a serious responsibility of fixing the life of Barney and Nicole and bringing them back together again. Tick. Done. Those two are like that. So maybe a little less of the boo Cleaver for this bullshit and a little bit more, oh, good on you, Cleve. Well done, Cleve.
Cleaver, we all think that you need some help.
Do you think that? There's your help. Have a look at that.
What is it?
That'll help.
You actually can't believe a word that
A
exists,
fully
even in...
paid ticket to Sardinia for two.
It's one way.
Yes, one way. No opt-out. Just commitment.
One way. And it's economy.
Cleve,
you're
Cleve,
so
what do you
classy.
think-
Your mother and I are opening an English language bookshop in Sardinia.
Why would you open an English
Oh, you
language
did just
book?
butt out of it.
Don't you think? Does
What?
sound racist,
What do you
actually.
mean, why
But you
English?
go-
It's just English language.
different, and you can't
Ask
find
her.
anything to read, and it's
Ask.
just hard to
Well,
find
guys, it's an English language bookshop in Sardinia,
It could
right?
be Indonesian, actually.
It could be Indonesian. I don't speak Indonesian. It's not going to be. I'm sorry for being so confusing, everybody. Here are the parameters. It's an English language bookshop in Sardinia. All right? It's pretty straightforward.
The Italian foreign minister is a really good friend of mine.
Listen, I don't start this shit.
Me?
Look at her sneaky little
Nothing
face.
you.
She got a pedophile elected to US Congress
Really?
4
You want to
times.
bring that
How
up?
could you trust
You
anything
brother
she said?
rapist acquitted.
Ooh, look at
You're a
this.
disgusting man.
We're already on the plane. Ciao.
You don't have a job to
Ciao,
retire
Bella.
from. You have nothing. You don't even have a
Oh,
job
I've
to
got
retire
nothing.
from. Nothing.
I have nothing. I have just sold this house for a very tidy profit.
Whoa, hang on. How can you sell this house? It's not for sale. It's my house.
Mr. Poulos next door has made a pretty incredible offer.
But Cleve, this is not your house to sell. It's my house.
I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Come in and you want to go sell
Put it
my
this way,
house.
I don't think you'll be
Nicola,
disappointed.
What was the offer? 1.5?
$3 million.
Mr. Poulos offered you $3 million.
Sydney property. Hey, it's not knocking a generational trend or something.
How much did Mr. Poulos really offer?
1.8.
I knew it wasn't 3.
1.3.
1.3. Shit. So you're a bit short.
Bit short. Your mum's got a real blind spot with Jack. Have you noticed that?
With Jack. Says the man who just lied about the price of a house. He has no right to sell.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Actually, I do know why I did that. I have no sense of life's continuum. Do you understand?
Do you?
No, that's my point. I live in the moment. Every single tiny little moment I always have. I've always wanted every moment to be glorious. And you hit a point in your life where you got so many defeats racked up against you that you just, I don't know, every little victory is significant, even the pathetic ones, hence the fuckwittery that you just observed out there and the humiliation that will doubtless ensue. I would really like your mum to be happy and secure, but I'm buggered if I know how.
Don't worry about the security, Cleve. I got that covered.
Oh, you've got that covered?
Yeah, I have some money.
Oh, since when?
All that time spent in front of computers.
Watching porn?
Not watching porn most of the time, Cleve. I build apps.
Apps? What, like Nicole's ex-bastard?
Bevan's a bit of a legend, actually. And I'm pretty good at it too, it seems. In the last 6 months, I've had 3 bestsellers.
Bestsellers?
Yeah, games about the weather, the environment. They're fun, quasi-educational. Parents are happy to buy them for their kids, so they're really popular. You know, polar bears in Hawaii, that sort of thing.
No, I don't know. I have no idea. What are you doing? Polar bears in Hawaii? What is that?
I want you to know that Mum will always be okay. My accountants have set up a trust.
Accountants? Plural?
Yeah, she doesn't know about it yet. I just need you to know that she'll always be secure. So you and Jack can keep your pissing contest going as far as I'm concerned. I just want Mum to be happy.
Where did you come from? With my DNA in your veins. Where did you come from with all your wisdom?
It cannot be serious, Wendy. It's got to be bullshit.
Yeah, but if he sold it for 3, that's, I've made a lot of money. He wouldn't lie about that.
He wouldn't. He is Cleaver Green. Oh, and look, here he is. Why don't we just ask him? How much did you really get, Cleaver?
1.3.
You see?
1.3. I may have gotten a little carried away there.
It's the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
I lose, okay? I lose. The fact of the matter is that you've always been too good for me, and I know that. I mean, I might be a moron, but I'm not a moron. And you blessed me with your love for a few years, and you gave me him. And I'm eternally grateful. And I do want you to be happy, and I'm not going to haggle over your future. So, you know, you and Jackie Valley can sail off into the Sardinian sunset, and I'm going to grab my little dilly bag and get the fuck out of here.
I think we need one more. It's the feet. I'm still not sure about the feet. What's wrong with our feet?
For Christ's sake, it's election day. This has to be on the net before the polls open, you failed fucking bovine transplant of a human being. You all right, sweetie? Yeah. I just want to get things right for you.
It'll be fine.
Fucking get on with it.
Brian, please, just park something into your mouth, okay? Yeah, I have not slept for 3 days because of you. I did not say green with an E. I said the Greens. Are you a total imbecile? It is not the Greens with a fucking E. Oh, sweet Jesus. How is this possible?
What is it? What?
Brian, I will call you back.
I, Cal McGregor, take you, Jane Green, to be my lawful wedded wife.
That is Cleaver's sister, right?
What is it?
And I, Jane Green, take you, Cal McGregor, to be my lawful wedded husband. Steaming piece of crap is what it is.
Is it even real?
It's Cal McGregor. This is going to go instantly viral. Shit, the poll's open. Any second. She's going to get 200,000 votes because of this. Wendy, this is going to change the whole fucking Senate. Do you understand?
Hey, Doc.
My father hated lilies.
Yeah? That's why that picture. I spent hours trying to find a photo of the most beautiful lilies I could, just because I knew it would shit him. Even though he's dead.
God, he loathed you.
And I him. And you know, you seem to love him, so let's raise a cat-killing flower to the old bastard. Oh, shit. I gotta go, Doc. Some of us have got sun-drenched, north-facing, meticulously maintained apartments to let out. See ya.
See ya.
Idiots.
Hey, Jack, what day did your dad die?
What? What? What do you ask?
It's the anniversary of my dad's death, so I was just...
Oh, babe, I'm sorry. I should have remembered.
No, it's all right. I didn't expect... What day did he die?
Oh, it was August 17, yeah. It was a day.
It was March 23rd, Jack.
Really? Oh, well then, right. August 17 must be my mum.
April 24th was your mum.
You know what? If you want me to remember anniversaries, you're going to have to put them into my laptop. Because I need to set reminders, because I'm really fucking busy most of the time, okay? And it's fine. I don't object to your hippie, yoga-filled lifestyle, because I adore you, but it's fucking election day, and do we have to have this conversation right now?
It's also the day that my father died. I just asked you what day your dad died. And you didn't know.
Come on.
Anyone want 600 a week for this?
What's that?
Yeah. No. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's all part of the remediation works that are in process.
$600 a week with leak and ceiling.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, it's the Sydney property market, so it's very, it's very, very hot market. Now, guys, you keen on filling in a rental application form?
The ceiling is leaking.
Yeah, that's the remediation work. It's very much underway. Well, that'll be it right now. But guys, look, What you got to think about is the character. I mean, I'm all about the character in a place. It's the details, isn't it? It's the, just the little things that go to make up it. And it's the sense of history as well.
There's no history here whatsoever.
If you spend enough time in this apartment, there will be history.
The ceiling's leaking.
Underbelly was shot here, apparently.
Oh, it is too good. It's too good. I can't believe it.
Oh, God. You know, I think it sort of makes perfect sense that Carl McGregor should end up being your brother-in-law.
I know what you mean.
Oh, I hope God's up there laughing his balls off. You know he does this for his own entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So, how are things your end?
Where are you?
What's up, Doc?
That tie is disgusting.
Well, it's kind of uniform.
Okay, I need you not to speak for a second. I just need you not to say anything at all for 1 second, okay?
Okay.
I've been thinking about Sardinia.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
What, with Jack the
No,
Ripper?
not with Jack. She's driving me mental. No, she's very pushy.
Oh, really? Oh, I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, so I need to ask you something, okay? Are you capable of change? And I ask that knowing that is the one question you'll probably fudge. Yes. Don't bullshit me. I swear to God, I need some semblance of
Whoa! Oh, I'm not bullshitting you, all right? I'm tired. I'm sick. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. I need to spend my life with somebody that I love. I want some continuum. Got your bullshit detector on?
Yep.
Getting anything?
Well, I'm going to call Mr. Poulos.
Good.
Yes, I'm going to accept his offer.
Bully for you.
It's so hot. Oh, don't touch me. But I'm so hot. Oh, I said don't touch me! Oh, God. No, but see, to be the only one. Because there wouldn't be any other Indonesian language bookshops in Sardinia.
There might be a very good reason for that, Doc. Huh? In as much as if we open an Indonesian language bookshop in Sardinia, we would never sell a single book. Ever. Not mine. Oh, shit. Okay, we're going to have to bolt. The owner's going to be here soon. He's a very big boy.
Hey,
Yeah?
are we really going to do this?
Yes, we're going to do it. Want to celebrate?
How?
Oh, well, here we are in this delightfully appointed, north-facing, sun-drenched, empty apartment. I mean, we'd probably have to be fast, but...
I'm insane. Oh, I'm an insane psychologist.
All psychologists are insane. The rest of us have always known that.
I'm terrified.
I'm excited.
Well, if the early exit polls are to be believed, they are consistent with the last 3 months of published polling, and if that's the case, the government will be...
Why, we're watching the ADC.
...in the lower house. A few interesting seats to watch, though, particularly in South Australia and Victoria, where the trend is bucking a little and a couple of government ministers seem to have fights on their hands. But all eyes, predictably enough, are turning to the Senate. Anthony, this was expected to be the case for the voting rules.
Hey, babe. Where are you? Just give me a call back. Okay. Bye.
In the Cleaver Green on the left-hand side, there's a bit of a donkey vote, a bit of confusion, and he seems to be polling very well at the moment.
Yes, Cleaver Green, no relation, Anthony.
No relation at all.
Annabelle, is he the first jailbird, if he makes it, the first jailbird we've had in the Senate?
Look, the thing that blows me away about tonight is that there is this mounting pattern of the donkey vote just commanding this extraordinary influence. I mean, I assume that there's some fired-up Green voters that are bringing this dissolute lawyer into the Senate.
Well, we also have with us the former leader of the New South Wales Labor opposition, now Senate candidate for the Greens, David Potter. What are you making of these
Jake.
results?
Is he gay?
Oh, it's Candace around dance.
Queensland and Victoria is very encouraging. A swing to the Greens is on. What about in your own state of New South Wales, where you are second on the ballot?
Well, it's too early to call. But, I mean, this is the ballot paper for the Senate in New South Wales. And amazingly, it's smaller than it was at the last election, owing to the Senate
Wendy?
reforms. But as we all know,
Keep
there
this
are
coming
still
back.
preference deals in place. So it's, I mean, it could be simpler, couldn't it?
Tony, it's got to be observed that this is yet another example of the behaviour of Greens voters. They just go to the first name that looks like a Greens on the ballot paper, tick it, and that's it.
In defence of this guy, though, I mean, he seems to have taken the precaution of
You're right.
most of his atrocities before actually entering the Senate. Now, that's unorthodox, right?
It is
Give him the drink, shall I?
But it is remarkable that, knowing what this man is like, I mean, his record is there for the public to see, and yet there is a possibility that he's going to be elected as a senator.
This guy, you know him, obviously, in that area yourself. What's his reputation in the Sydney bar for the national audience?
Oh, rotten. I mean, a complete disgrace.
Wendy?
Career at one stage.
Where the fuck are you? Give me a call, right?
And to think that he comes back from the professional dead as a senator for New South Wales is breathtaking.
No, it's not even the stupidest thing that's happened all year, David. Look, on one level, it's great for journalists. On the other,
It's always
pretty
great for
scary
journalists when a madman makes his way into politics.
I love it.
This is going to be a fascinating Senate.
You fucking loser.
Sorry?
Loser!
Just settle down, Pumpkin. I mean, you're still in with a chance.
You with a chance? You're Cal McGregor. I don't fucking think so. The Cal McGregor I knew could get things fucking done. Who are you, you tragedy of a man? You know Cal McGregor.
No, darling. I'm Cal McGregor.
Pour me a drink.
So you ready? You really,
Yes,
really
I'm
ready?
I'm ready. I'm good to go. Oh, that's not the Jack attack, is it?
Yeah, but I'm not going to answer it, and we're going to go in and do this together, right?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
What is going on here? I mean, is it the donkey vote?
G'day, mate. Oh, jeez. What?
I think you're in, Cleve.
I'm in? I'm in what?
Well, we won't know for a bit, but it looks like you're going to be a senator.
Across the ballot paper. With Cleaver Green, it may have delivered somebody into the Senate nobody's ever heard of.
Could he end up holding the balance of power?
I think the issue is more he's there as an individual. He may be one of several individuals
And,
the government has to negotiate.
While we're in the mood for announcements, Missy and I are having a baby.
What? What?
It looks like you're going to be a senator and I'm going to be a father.
You're having a baby with... Are you two having a baby, honestly? Really?
Really?
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
No, you've got to be fucking kidding me. That's disgusting.
So it seems there was some confusion about the meaning of green on the ballot.
My clients are screaming green murder. Even the ABC guy, his name is Green. Anthony Green. It's greens everywhere like a fucking family conspiracy. You prick.
Me?
You bastard. Cleaver Green in the Senate. It's disgusting.
And yet the people seem to have spoken, Jack. Huh? Are you having a baby, you two?
Cleve. What about Sardinia and me?
Well, we have to sort that out. I mean, I'll probably have to... we can postpone it for, what's the senator's term? Six years.
So you're going to choose Canberra and politics over Sardinia and me?
He has to. He's been elected.
Well, look, I am a senator.
Oh, you are a senator?
Yes. And you will be the future Mrs. Senator Green. How does that sound? Do you love it?
She does not love it.
Well,
Wendy and I will go to Sardinia. Darling, we will go to
Listen,
Sardinia.
can you get your own retirement?
You can't go to Sardinia.
There must be an
Really fucking love is if you four got the fuck out of my house. And that includes you, Fuzzy, darling. My very wealthy son. Don't think I didn't know about that. And you, Melissa. And you, Jack. And you know what? I am just sick to death of my life being governed by other people's decisions.
Absolutely.
Oh, and you, Senator Fuckwit.
Every night when you go to sleep, I want you to think very, very clearly. I have just totally fucking blown this.
Oh, get out!
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a cleaver that's so hard to bear. You give me cleaver when you kiss me, cleaver when you hold me tight. Cleaver
Minister, we speak at last.
What a lovely way to go.